Mulanda anmei wang nei teman mulana yilak pa hadu gibo yen hibak mei de bu jing nei kawang bada menyong bu pa tenenga kadong nyu chu wan mei bu jing nei teman youth department ga ye advent Christmas hangai lo tai dam special nam no yok hayang boy hada ba Christmas season sa hibak pe ngoi nang tau kai mulanda jisu krista pu bu mo mong mei salam ngaulan wang nei sautan de teman mulanda chai dam nang hada ba Bayi Christmas hayang ay ngoi glak New Year kaya. Kawang bay teman konyak tang semlan mulan au sing ngoi bay mulan da moi man tam siu se wang na hadau mong mei bung aulan hadau ilak pa chai dam nang. Teniu sa yang buki teman yup nong ma chemai yok ya boy ching hai kawang ngau kaya hadau chu wan bay shuwe teman the encouragement ja hadau gi pha hu nang. Tau kai tia teman bay tau ngau lak chinei ya bung ngau maka. Make a room for him. Jisu Krista pulak chinei nang mong chang ma yeshi ma yo iyan ma room tum do no nyu jing tum do sha ha do ki do ngau nang ha do jing ne to ya bo from the Gospel of Luke chapter 2 verse 6 and 7. So it was that while they were there, the days were completed for her to be delivered, and she brought forth her first son and wrapped him in a swaddling cloths and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for him in the inn. Last line may ba. And they laid him, in other words, and they laid the Son Jesus Christ in a manger. No, because there was no space for them in the room. Hadugi iyengi kawangama. Teman nyanyi ba Jisu Krista 2020 years back e pu wanda hage pu bo katong nuda pai bo. Room ma nok mong ma hadugi iyeji. Hayang boy mahu khuk ma pu yengi se kawangau kaya hadugi sagi panang. Hama tani ngani bu teman konteks le bende oba seko chai mui pai lak nang ngai bai na ha cha pu lak nang ngai bai hadawa nok chmei mei bu si sem bu rum ba chmei mei bu ni mo mei nyam yang ai no hada manau pu nang aniu ok palan atama aniu hospital da ta yang chmei mei bu facilities ayong hospital ma deman na ha ga pu nang yoi ha ka dong nu ka da lan ha ga pu nang hama ka dong nu ka da no tani ngani bu konteks ma sin ne facilities ayong ma pu nang hayang bu teman nyanyi ba Jisu Krista i kadok nu da nang hayang tau yalak ching ne pe wan da wa nyui ching yinang ba mahu khuk ma pu yeng ge hadau ngau pha yang onang hayang hadau Jisu Krista pu bua achanak mano suddenly haga pu mu je chi hayang boy Jisu Krista man pu ba mu ngau lan pha ang yeng ge kawang pu lak aja Jisu Krista pu lak aja haga siang hadau pu lak ching ne phau sanga sign hadau gi ngai la sa ja hi balan ma boy haga ngau pa yeng ge aneu hada wa Jisu Krista hayang inu ibani kadong ni ma hada ngo bu mai ma ngo bu hada Joseph heng Mary ni iman hada ni connection na man le banda already fulfill ni menga ang bu hada kawang hada prophecy da ngai bu ngonang. But then the people of his time, even after receiving so much of prophecy and information from God about the birth of Jesus Christ, were not prepared. Hasin nei sautan de Jisu Krista pulak cheng hasin nei advance ma iman de ngau angya bui iman tem da ye jiba sautan ngau hasin nei hebaran tang ba kawang nei ngau pha yang gi hayang bui tawan de bu ka da lana tem da ye jiba yo ngai hadawi ngo yang gi hayang Jisu Krista pulak cheng nei nyui cheng yinang bu cheng nei ma hu khung ma pu yang gi hama tini bu tuman context ma taman ne cha malai ha no. What does Christmas means to you? Nang jing nei Christmas hang hi shi jing nei hang hi shi hada do ko shin dong honang. When we talk about Christmas, we can see the decoration. Tani bu context ma tamane about Christmas cheng ngau la kai tamane decoration ni nang stars kan phima ya yang decoration dam nang no yeshigama Christmas tree lights no hada ki bu lamai no sometimes it is about cloth new clothes tamane Christmas jing nei o ala o nang it is about a party. Advent Christmas party to mane organize ne meng nang hadoki lamai no we prepare ourselves humanly or worldly kadong nu ma tamane taman ning ge hadoki tam danang no hadoki ngai nang atam Christmas se ge ma mai ha lak ching ne new atam Christmas ge ma da gift exchange chengai nang no atam the when we talk about Christmas we can also imagine Santa Claus no hadoki tamane lamai ngo nang. But then the real or the true sense of Christmas is not about those decorations or those clothes, or those meats that we eat, no, or like those bombs and those crackers, no, hadoki uyechi. But then The true Christmas is about the person of Jesus Christ, who humbled down himself in this season and on this Christmas day, just to save you and me, just to deliver you and me from our sin. No. Ting ba Christmas Jishu Christa kadong I may ne apang baya panda meng yang ay mahukong mapu you hataw. And then the reason behind his humbleness, or the lowly birth of Jesus, hadawa because of you and because of me. Cham shabu shamba simulan nyahai chanolan hadaw inang. Hadaw Christmas season bay wanang anu taw anu wal wan tam lak chinay yan tam lak chinay Jishu Christa bay bu hadaw ni hibak ngonang. Hema awang buju hibak mak Jishu Christa bay wandawa. People were not ready. There was no space, no room for Jesus Christ to be born. Hadogi iya mahukok ma yan mok yapan ma hadogi payangi. Hayang butini buchuma. How about us today? Are we prepared enough so that we could receive Jesus in our heart, so that Christ could born in our heart, in our family, in your heart and in my heart? Daw hado question tong hunang. Like in those days, wang bachu hibak ma Jishu Christa pulak chinay prophecy lan pay buki ino. When we look at the book of Isaiah Hiba, the prophet Isaiah has prophesied in the book of Isaiah chapter 7 verse 14 mano. He will be born in a virgin, no. Hado virgin sigoma, no. Hado ma pulak ajasi okay. And then when we look at the Psalms 72:11, Genesis 49:10, hado ma tuman ay ngenang no. Jishu Christa pulak ching advancement tuman iman ay prophecy ni meng mo tuman hadaw ngenang. Isaiah chapter 40 verse 7 to 11 hadaw mo ngenang no. Christa pa ilak chinay pa ada prophecy lana. Zechariah 9 verse 9 mo tuman ngenang. Kawang pulak ching iwa. Micah chapter 5 verse 2 tuman ngenang no. Jeremiah 23 verse 5 hadaw ma tuman ngenang. Ano Numbers 24 verse 17 hadaw lilia manang hayang bu out of many daw a few agad choose ni meng mahadaw ngenang. Hayang hadaw ma ibwa iman angba isima iman yanni ba hadawi puglak achaya usha prophecy ni meng bo hadaw lailan ngona awang ba chu he bang ma hi balan kai hadawi ngawenge tani butuman context ma. How do we know that the Christmas is coming? No, sa iyang bugi vai matumane we are aware of this season natuman mulan ever ni meng nang, but then sometimes we are not aware of the reason behind this celebration. Hadaw celebration na hangin na celebrate na meng yabay hadaw reason yishung batuman mang unang daw kay tini daw tuman chay naulan da ihuwa nya naulan chumba mong chamlan da ihuwa tuman. Let us know the reason behind this celebration. Let us make a room for Jesus. Jishu Christa china tuman room lang ha tuman nyujing temha nang ayan ma daw yan ma niok nok sama tiok nok sama no tuman Jishu Christa pulak china hadaw nyujing temha sa daw hadaw nga hunang no. So how do we prepare a room for Jesus? Taman hanga prepare na may laksi siya even da. Some few things daw hadaw iunang. Taman first place ma, let us prepare room in our heart for Jesus Christ to be born in us by forgiving the people. Kadara meng vanya ngay taman no. If there is something, or if there is something that has hurt you, or if there is somebody you are still not able to forgive, let us choose to forgive them. And let us bring Christ in our heart. Now let us make room for Jesus by forgiving others. Kadar meng van yang ay teman mong chang ma chao shabu nyujing tem yang ay Jishu Christa pulak chinay nang hayang ataw nyujing tem no. First point ma. The next thing is let us make room for Jesus by choosing to love people or to love others. Kan lak kaya kadara kan lak chinay temane kan mo mong chang pa yang ay Jishu Christa pulak chinay temane no nang mong chang ma nang ayan ma hatred de rule meng yang ngonang ka kadara nu da ibu kadara hai da ibu forgive ni meng yok bu hadaw hate da way rule ni meng yang ngonang ka. Let us do away with all those evil things and let us choose to love people. Let us choose to let love rules in our life and make room for Jesus this season. Hadaw ihunang. Third point ma, let us make room for Jesus by choosing to control our temper. Sometimes as a human being, you and I, we cannot control our temper and we burst out and then we sin before God. We sin before people. teman anger over person meng ya bai no hada gi ngai nang hang mo pai ban ma e wa mong chi do hang mo mong chi bu kai anu ta hana nang mong chi wan wang he nyu yem ta dam chi bu khai as a human being teman ma hada mong chi bu temper ngo nang but then let us make room for Jesus in this season, in this Christmas, by choosing to control our temper. Let us make room for Jesus by choosing not to give up for the good cause or for the good work of Christ. Jesus Christ man ma kawang ching nei tu mei ling lak ching nei tu man room lang yang ai. Aneu hada gi commitment nya yang ai Jesus Christ pu lak ching nei tu man nang hang tau yan ma nyu jing na ma sa hada gi hunang. Let us make room for Jesus by choosing to make a closer and better relationship with our family, with our friends, with the strangers, with our neighbors, with the people around us. Ba nang ai had a good relationship neo nok shama nang nang ba phai sham ba phai no chu mai pa ma neighbors pa ma relationship mai lang yang ai no kawang ai mong bu ba gi nang ngo bu meng ma no. You don't need new trees. I don't need new trees for Jesus to come and born in us. But the only thing that we have to make sure is that we have to make sure that our heart are clean, our life are clean. We are living a life that Christ wants us to be. Hada gi itu man ngolak wong bong. Haman nakshi hada Christmas anang chine very meaningful Christmas na meng olak. As I said earlier, awang mataw ibu ki, the true reasons for this season is because of the one person that is Jesus Christ, who humbled down himself, even to the extent of choosing to born in a manger. Mahu kukma nu shabu hujem munjung nu shabu mahu I si lana pi ngo pi ngan mun yujing mapu ba khai. When we decorate manger, it looks so beautiful in decoration. The decoration ma picture ma tamane manger given today, those manger look so beautiful, but in reality, let us look at the manger. Mahu ko tamane chamal ha. How do it smell? Lay lak chine nu ba ang yang boy smell no yo ang pi bu khai yang bo haki bo nyui ameng ma pu lak chine pai bo Jesus Christ I pu man ma taman ha do Christmas celebrate na meng bong orang tau kai taman ha do sing hau sha ha do I hu nang. Let us make room for Jesus by building a deeper relationship with God, in building a strong faith. Taman nei kawang ba ha do ating lak pu ya fan chlu sha ani relationship shmong sha kawang ma ching chapu shmong sha ya yang ai tamane ating lak pu ma ya la yu ha ka kawang tang na win bu kai kawang Jesus Christ pu ok lang nei tamane ha do gi nyui tama sa tho I hunang dau khai ha do Christmas tamane andas tau ya lak ji chi hayang bu ating ba reason ching yang ya ha no. Christmas is not about decorations, not about the new trees, not about the celebration, but it is about the person of Jesus Christ. Christmas ha do ngon Jesus Christ pai bu jeng ibu ha do Christmas season ngon tau kai tamane ha do season yo ngai kan teng mong ta bu ma teng ba mong chang ma awang ba he bak ma Jesus Christ pu lak chine nyu jing no hoi yanang mango yang ge hayang boy taman mong chang ma pu ni dam ha no. Live about the place in the heart of people. Kada mong chang ma Jesus Christ pu lak chine tam da bo ang no hayang boy udo he bak awang ba he bak ma ka dong mengi nyu sing no hoi yanang mango yang ge. But today every house no taman Christian nok sa mulan ba we make decoration. We are prepared in advance for the birth of Jesus Christ. Hadaw hangi ma prepare na meng decoration damdang may ya nang o ala damdang lami. Of course, we are now prepared no kadong ni materially tamane kadong nu tuisaw ma no worldly we are prepared. We are prepared with the decorations, with the budget and so on. But then are we really prepared spiritually in our heart? Tamana hato I hunang tau kai tamane teng ba ha do mong chang ma Jesus Christ pu ni da ma sa ha do I hunang hayang ai Jesus Christ pu wa tamane nang yan tau yan ma ta rang ai ka dong nu ka dai oh Christ was born or is born in his life or in her life. There is a changes because of Christmas. I can see some change in his life, in her life siya ka dai nang yan ma tau yan ma changes ngi ok lak wong bong. And then we have to make a certain commitment this season, saying to Jesus that Jesus, I'm happy and I'm thankful to you that you came down to save me. So now you bring some changes in my life. Hadu ge kawang ma commitment cha ya yang nga ha sa to I hunang nang failure ma Jesus Christ pu na dam no. Make room for Jesus in your failure. He will come in and then he will make the way for you. Make room for Jesus Christ in your brokenness. He will come in, then He will heal you, my friends. Tao hado ihu nang. Nang chu dai mong chang bungo nang ka. Nang shai hado burden ta ge yang. Give room for Jesus also. Let Him come there. Let Him take whole control of your brokenness, of your sorrow, of your pain, of your sickness, of your failure. Hado ihu nang. And then let Him take whole control of your life. Let us make Him as the center of our life. No. But the man hado ge tangi pu bu Jisu Christ ai haga ya bai. Hado ba Christmas season ma tamane ting ba ka dong nu mai ma ye chi heng ba ya ha ma tam da ya bai. Hama nak si nang yan ma tau yan ma Jisu Christ pu lak chne nyu jing wang ngoi ngolak hayang hado ga ye ka dok hayang wang dang hayang ai kada si ma nang hayang tau lai je bu kada la cha na meng lak hado wa hado Christmas ka ye meng ta ma o sha tini bu hado ka wa ngau ga ye sho go noi tam da ngau wa. Hado ba Christmas season ma let us make room for Jesus Christ in our life, in our relationship, in our brokenness, in our sorrow, in pain, in our happiness, in joy, in every moment of our life, in every days of our life. Let us make room for Jesus and let Him be born in us, in our family. No, let us be a change in this season, in this Christmas. Kawangau kay tuman mulan na hengadam nang. Oh, sine chai dige chai balan na sene kawangay boy manchi. Amen.